Come here, son, nephew, young man. Let me holler at you. People don't appreciate what they don't have to earn. I don't know what's up with this glare on my screen either. I guess I dropped this phone too many times. But one thing I've learned about this internet, people who want content, they're going to consume it no matter what. So those of you who consistently watch and you're actually here because you actually want the full content and the full meaning and context, I appreciate it. Anyhow, I've been experiencing many situations in life where people are getting things easy, and I mean they just treat it like trash. So you may have heard this saying before, but I'm gonna use the kids at the school that I work at in particular, and it's gotten worse and worse, especially after the lockdowns and the stimulus and all that kind of stuff. So for example, the school district, people say there aren't enough programs out here. Let me tell you something. I know a dude who went to jail. Good brother. I'm not judging him. Matter of fact, I like the guy. We get along well. And he's a very successful guy. He's a welder. But this man went to jail, and he's one of the people that actually took advantage of opportunities. This brother has, I think it's A+ or C+ coding certificate or a programming certificate, a welding certificate. I think he's certified in carpentry and something else. I'm not sure if he got his GED while he was in there, but there's programs where you can go to college for free. There's programs where if you're homeless, if you're a woman, you can find a place to live. There's down payment assistance, grants. There's a program for everything already. But when you give things away, people don't appreciate it. At the school I work at this point, there's no excuse for any child in a big city to not have school supplies, because they have programs for that. People give away backpacks, pencils, pens. You know how many kids come to class without backpacks, pencils, and pens? So now what's the excuse? They gave away free clear backpacks, to try to cut down on students carrying guns to school and things of that nature. Kids throw those backpacks in the trash. There's free lunch given, and the kids ask me for my food. I have kids who ask me for bottles of water. Now you might be saying, Mr. Renaissance Man, you being heartless. Get them poor babies some water and some more school supplies and this and that. They got $500 hairstyles when you count the weave and stuff that's in it. $100 nail sets. $200 Jordans and Air Max. $500 Apple Watches. Now it's gotten popular. Two of my young ladies have started carrying around iPads. So now they got phones, iPads, and watches. And then asking me for a bottle of water. So what's happening is people are apparently being raised to not appreciate what's given. As a matter of fact, one of the alumni at our school, this is amazing, certified barber, got a flyer with, one of the fresh fades and everything on it so you can see the guy can cut, offering free haircuts, because there's free haircut programs out there. At the beginning of the year, barbers lined up to donate free haircuts. The kids don't want the free haircuts. So what are we saying? What are we doing when we give things away? Even my own kids. I've had to cut back on what I do as far as trying to say, okay, I want to give you every advantage in life. And I've had to step back and say, you know what, wait a minute. Your attitude getting a little too nasty. We're going to step back and you're going to earn some things. And these things you've earned and taken for granted and not taken care of, we're going to take some of that back. Or if you're not serious about this particular area where we've invested heavily in, give some of that back. And that's in addition to the close to 50 grand I done spent trying to make sure my visitation is enforced and trying to make sure that, weird stuff ain't going on in the other parent household, allegedly, although I actually got proof, so I ain't lying. I dare somebody to try to sue me for slander, because I know y'all got folks watching on this page and stuff. Cheese. Anyway, it's when people have to put some skin in the game, some sweat, some blood, some tears, some late nights, a little bit of stress, then people appreciate stuff because they earned it themselves. Because when they think about whatever that is being lost or misused or whatever, they're like, wait a minute, I worked hard for that. And that's a lot of what's missing from society today. If you've been raised where when things, I want you to think about it, where things were given to you and you took it for granted, you got to correct that in your head. If you're one of these people who gives with no type of stipulation and no type of requirement to earn, understand you can only do that so far to where you're hurting that person rather than helping. Take those things into very, very close consideration, whichever end of the spectrum you're on, because that's self-destructive over time. And then not only do people not appreciate what's given, they expect more to be given. Then when less is given, then they're looking sideways like, why aren't you giving this to me? It's a strange world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. When I was a kid, nobody gave us anything. We wanted our money, we wanted our clothes, we wanted to look a certain way, we wanted our cars early, so we got out there and worked. But then again, our parents ain't give us everything. But I'm pretty sure as a child, I may have had some situations where my dad felt a certain way. He's not here to tell me that, so I'm not even excusing myself. Now, I remember this. I'll give you one particular example, and then I'm going to get out of here. My parents didn't always buy me Jordans growing up. My dad told me, hey, look, we putting money in you playing AAU basketball, and if you wanted to go to the camps, we'd do that, and we want to make sure you have a computer in the home. This is before there wasn't, just computers on sale for cheap everywhere. It's like, hey, if you want Jordans, you got some chores you can do. We'll monetize your grades, which they didn't have to do, but they did it because they wanted my job to be school, not to be, some fast food restaurant or something like that. And as far as Jordans, hey, you got your own money, you can buy Jordans, but Dad said, I tell you what, you get on your high school basketball team, you average double digits, you put up halfway Jordan-like numbers, we'll buy you Jordans. I made sure I earned my Jordans too. So take that with a grain of salt. You earn your degrees, you earn your business, you earn your way in life, you appreciate it a little bit more. You look at all, never mind, I'm not even gonna go there. Like the video, the like button is free and only takes one tap. Make sure you share the content, because I guarantee you there's people out there who don't understand this concept and never even discussed it. In their home, they just looking like, what are you talking about, Mr. Renaissance Man? I promise you somebody needs this. And as always, never lose the will to win, never lose the will to survive.